Because you're in a fantastical world, the medicine goes down with a little sugar on it. Definitely true.
You're bringing the fantasy world into the hood.
Yeah, that's what I thought was so really great about it. It's like a gritty, hard, rated R LA cop drama, in the gutters of Los Angeles. Yet there's orcs and there's fairies and there's a dragon, and elves. So I love that mashup. There's a special trick that science fiction is able to do where you can have social commentary, but because you're in a fantastical world, the medicine goes down with a little sugar on it.
Did you get any input into the soundtrack into this film?
No, I wasn't. The soundtrack is fantastic, though. David shot one of the videos. I don't remember what he was telling me the other day, but there's massive good music on it. It's always great when you can marry the visuals to the right music, and it's not kind of just slapped on. It was really people that were vibing the concept and coming in to help create the sound of the world.
Thanks, guys. We have to.
Okay, so you contributed a song to the Bright soundtrack, right?
Yeah, we did.
How did it come about?
Pretty much we were invited to go check out a screening of the movie, and we were told it's has a Will Smith in it, and it's a cool, different type of movie. And we're super excited about it. So we went and checked it out, and we loved it, and they were just we need a song for this specific scene, and we ended up making something really cool and different, and they really liked it. And then we ended up getting Camila Cabello on it. She wrote to it, and she really liked it, and it all just happened really quickly. It was awesome.
Yeah. It was kind of, sometimes things move really slowly, but this kind of came really quickly, so yeah.
Now, how do you brainstorm with the movie like this? It's so original. It's pretty much fantasy in the hood.
Yeah.
Exactly. We were given a little bit of a prompt with different ideas, they wanted a certain vibe, and they would give us little examples of the type of vibe we'd want to go for. And the scene that we were working on was an elf type scene, and we were just kind of thought elvish, trappy, what's something weird and cool you can make.
Yeah.
So it kind of made it easy for us because we like that type of stuff.
Yeah, they said the weirder the better, and that's what we do best, so.
Well, fantastic job, guys. The orcs were amazing. The fairies looked really great. What was the biggest challenge?
We were in charge of the orcs and creating that whole look. So for us, it was the challenge was to follow in the footsteps of Peter Jackson and Lord of the Rings and all that, and do something that you look at and go, that's an orc, but isn't a lift.
But
right?
legally, it's not like a Peter Jackson orc.
I was gonna say.
No.
Well, those are some big footsteps to follow in. The key for us in designing a makeup is to keep the character of the actor underneath it, so that you don't totally lose that it's Joel Edgerton, and he's got to be able to perform, and that's a big important aspect as well.
He had a wonderful performance. I mean, he played it very well, very vulnerable. But now I'm thinking maybe he was just suffering really on the inside.
There's a lot of suffering and there's a lot of work to move. It's not a lot of makeup in terms of thickness, but in some places where it starts to get a little bit heavy, he's got to kind of overact to make sure it comes through it, and that it looks like what he's feeling it should look like.
So is it partly prosthetics, or what was our mix?
It's all prosthetic makeup. So everything is, if it isn't Joel, it's rubber. And to give a shout out to our fantastic application artists, we had Chris Nelson as the lead application artist, who also is a designer who came up with some of the beautiful coloring schemes that you see in the movie. So we were very fortunate to have it was a real dream team of makeup on this show.
And then how do you bring, you mentioned Lord of the Rings. We're used to fantasy worlds being in, fantasy people being in fantasy worlds, but here we bring them to the hood. So, was that a challenge?
Well, it's risky, because it can come off goofy if you don't do it right. But this is, again, a testament to David Ayer's vision of gritty Los Angeles, this parallel universe. And that's what he seeks, and he knows how to create the world in a very convincing way. So that's for us, that's a beautiful thing, because we love that stuff too.